Welcome you students. In this video lecture, I come up with another new freehand sketch question. Okay, and this is the pictorial view given for us. From this, we are going to extract the top view, then front view, and the side views. Right? Fine. So whenever we are drawing the freehand sketch, first of all, you have to decide the views to be drawn. Okay. So in this, see, the direction is shown like this. Am I right? So this will be our front view. So this direction mentioned, this is our front view. So as far as the first angle projection concerned, I can say, so front view gonna lie above the XY line like this. Okay, and if it is a front view and look at this object, I can say the top view also visible for us, right? So here we are going to take the projection of top view too. And see, what about the side views? If you divide this diagram, I can say this is the left and this is the right. Am I right? And see, just put your sight and try to capture it. Which side is visible to you? I can say the right side is visible to you. Am I right? So left side is just behind the behind from the eyesight. So what we have to do is we have to draw the visible view. So here in the side view, we are going to choose the right hand side. So as far as the first angle projection, the right side view should be captured on the left, something like this. Right side view. Okay, so here in this diagram, we are going to draw front view, top view, and the right side view. Okay, fine. So first, begin with a very good horizontal line. Just begin with a very good horizontal line. Just draw like this. And we want to construct the beginning stage very good boundaries for each views. So as far as the front view concerned, I can say it cover up the length and height of the object. Length and height of the object. So that means here I can say length is 100 and height of the object 45 plus 45 plus the base thickness is given as 25. Am I right? So 45, 90 and plus I can say 115 as a height. Okay, fine. And next, what about the top view? Top view. It cover up the what? Length and width of the object. That means length of the object is 100. Length and width of the object. Length of the object already known. It's a 100. And what about the width of the object? 25 plus 25, 50 plus 45, 95. So we get 95, right? And what about the right side view? Right side view. So right side view, it cover up the width and height of the object. Width and height of the object. That means width of the object already we have measured, which is 95, and height of the object is 115. It is also already being measured, right? Fine. So now the boundary knowledge is available here. So from this we have to draw the boundary for each views, right? First start with the front view. So front view length is 100. So in the horizontal line we can place a point and just measure 100 mm and go for a vertical line. Now what about the height? 115. So measure 115 and just have a point and go for a horizontal line. Okay, fine. Then top view. It is length and width, right? From the front view we can take the reference. Go for a very good projectors and we have to maintain 20 mm gap in order to mark all the dimensions. So just measure 20 mm and go for a horizontal line. So what about the width? 95, right? So measure 95 from this end and have a point have a point on the both the projectors and go for a horizontal line. Go for a horizontal line so that we can get the boundary for top view. Now it's time to make the boundary for the right side view. For that, keep your protractor here and go for a 45-degree line. Go for a 45-degree line. So it comes like this. Okay, and we have to get the width and height for the right side view. So width of the object can be taken from the reference of the top view. So get the projector and intersect with the line, incline line, and take a 90-degree line. Take a 90-degree line above the XY, right? And what about the height? 115, which can be taken from the front view. So get the projector from the front view, just have a horizontal line. So you could get the boundary for the side view. So extra lines can be removed so that it would be looking very good. Okay, so remove all the extra lines. So the boundary for the front view, top view, and the side views are ready. Okay, and next thing is concentrate on the front view. Okay, so for getting the better idea and in order to describe the front view exactly, what you have to do is just visualize the object in your mind. Okay, and imagine this object is in your mind, and just try to tilt it, this object, and just bring this direction straight in front of you. Okay, just imagine this is just straight in front of you, and just try to describe the visible portions. I can say, if you have exact imagination, you could see this base surface, as well this wall surface. Am I right? If you put a very good 90-degree or else what I can say right angle view to this direction, I can say this base as well, this wall face should be visible to you. Am I right? Can you able to get me? Yes, right. So now we are going to describe this detail over the front view into the boundary. So we know this base is with 25 mm, right? Base is with 25 mm. So measure from this 25 mm and point out, and just from this end have a point. So this is your base. This is your base. Okay, fine. And next, what about the vertical wall? It is, just see, from this right extreme, it is with 40 mm, right? So what we can do is, just from this rightmost end, you can measure 40 mm and just have a point. What about the thickness? It's 20. Just go for a measurement from this end, measure 20 and place a point. So if you drop a line, I can say you could get this vertical face. So now the bottom base is a visible one, as well this face is a visible. Okay, these all the edges are a visible edges. So what we can do is just go for a dark line. As well the base, go for a dark line. Don't use a scale, it is a freehand sketch. So without any usage of scale, just with the help of HP pencil, go for a dark line with a smooth hands. Okay, fine. So these are the things we can see in the front view. I hope you understood. Let me move to the top view. So this is how we have to capture the top view. We have to look the object from the top. If you look it from the top, I can say, if you have a 90-degree sight over this object, I can say the base will be visible to you. The base surface will be visible. That means these are the portions. The base top will be visible. And as well when you are having from the top, I can say this vertical wall, this region, top face of the wall will be visible. Okay, so base and top face of the wall. So we can capture it. So first of all, concentrate on the base. Okay, So here you can see this is a symmetric object. So I can say the same arrangement will be in the rear side too. Okay, the same arrangement will be in the rear side too. So what we can say, first we can draw this segment. So what about this measurement? It is 25 mm, right? It is from this end, it is 25. So take this measurement 25 and have a point, and this also from this end it is 25, take a point. Same manner, rear side also the measurement shows the same. So take 25 from this end and take 25 from this end. Okay, fine. And what about the depth of this cut? What about this depth of the cut, which is nothing but 30, right? 30. So measure from this end 30, from this end measure 30 and just have a line. Measure from this end 30 and have a line. So now we can do it. Just we are drawing the base of the object. These are the edges are visible when you are having look from the top. So we can do like this. Just the horizontal line joining the point, we will get the exact shape of the base from the top view like this. Okay, so completed, but the remaining thing is a vertical wall, right? So wall, how can we capture? Already in the front view we have taken the measurement. So take the projector, just drop a line, so that the same thing can be captured in the top view. So this is a dark line, this one we can view it. It is a sloped surface. Even it is sloped, from the top view we can see the rectangular box. So just go for a dark line. And here you can see somewhat it's a normal flat surface. Again, then only it is coming to the slope. Am I right? So here we can view this edge that must be captured here. What about this edge measurement from this end, which is 40? So from this end measure 40 and go for a point on both sides and go for a dark line. Measure it from the end and go for a dark line. I hope I have completed the top view. Let me move to the side views. Okay, side view, which is right side view. So now this is the position of observer. Just give your sight to the object. I can say this vertical wall face of this can be seen. This can be seen as well. In the base, these portions can be visible. Right? When you are looking from the side, this wall face will be visible, as well the bottom base will be visible, right? So this should be captured, So almost all the things about the dimensions of the base, everything are coming in the top view. So we can take the reference from the top. I'm going to take this thickness and just take it to the view. So it comes like this, and the top measurement is having here. So you can take the measurement by the projector and get it to the boundary. Okay, something like this. So now we can draw from the bottom base. So this is the bottom base face. We can view it, right? This is the face. Even though there is a cut way and it is somewhat far from the outermost region, in the view we can see just like a flat surface. We cannot even see the depth of the object from the from the side view. Okay, so it will be a flat. So thickness of is 25, which already captured here. So take the measurement with the help of projector and go for a very good dark line. So boundaries are visible. So without any confusions, we can make it dark. And this is a segment which is dark, enabled. And next, this is a segment which is a dark. Okay. As well, the cut region will be seen as a flat surface in the side view, something like this. And next, go to the what? Vertical wall. This wall, this is the region is visible to you. So we must capture it. So see, what about this distance, which is 40. Already we have taken here. So this projector is coming here. So this is the exact point. So without any confusion from see, this end is joining with this base region. Am I right? So just take a line from that point to this base. And what about this edge which is connecting with the base, right? Just like a L. Just go for a dark line without any scale, right? Something like this. So almost we can come to the conclusion and the description giving about the side view, right? So one more thing is that there is a hole. So we must show the hole. So in this side view, this hole can be captured. So what about the dimensions of this hole, which is given as 30 mm diameter, right? And what about the position? See, from the top it is 45 mm, and from the right extreme it is ahead with 30, right? From the top 45, from this end 30. So from this measure 30 and mark it off and go for a vertical line like this, and then from the top which is 45, so from the top measure 45 and go for a marking and go for a horizontal line through that line, so that we could able to get the center. And next thing is just measure the radius in your compass, which is 15 mm, and just take 15 mm in your compass, and from the center just have a point on the cross line. All about in all the direction you can keep the points, all the 4 points you can keep. It is a freehand sketch, so no need to go for a circle, just have a 4 points and then close using the freehand, just like a smooth manner like this. So first of all, go with a light line. Once the circle is very good, you can go for a HP pencil as a dark one, right? So now I hope have completed the right side view. Almost every dark edges, that means visible edges, are completed. Only thing is now we have to capture the hidden edges. Here the circle is here. So in the side view the circle is captured. The circle is circle can be seen. But think about the top view and front view. Definitely it cannot be seen, but the hole will be present exactly in the same position, right? So what we have to do is we must take this hole to the front view as well in the top view as a hidden features, right? So from this reference we can do it for the front view. Just have a projector from the top ends and get a horizontal line, so that we will get a projector like this, and it's a hidden one. So what we have to do is just go for a dot line, go for a dot line. It's a through hole, okay? It's covering entire wall. So what we have to do is, since it is a circular hole, we have to show the axis. So that means long line dot. So here we can take like this, long line dot, from the reference of the side view, right? The same thing will be captured in the top view as well, the hidden feature. So take the projector from the extreme point like this to the inclined line, and take a horizontal to the top view. So it goes like this. So it goes like this. Okay. So now where it actually, it is in the vertical wall, right? Where the vertical wall? This is the vertical wall. So how to make a dot line in the portion here as a dot line. Have you get me? Okay. So first of all, try to draw all the visible edges, and next we have to come to the invisible edges, right? Something like this. And afterwards, completing this, we have to go for the dimension work. So what are the maximum dimensions are given in the question should be covered, but the thing is we should not repeat the same dimension again and again. Okay, so listen, first we can start from the front view. So here we can take the length of the object which is given as 100. So take the length, for which we can take line from each ends and go for a dimension line with capturing the arrows at both ends and write above the line as 100. Okay, and in the front view we can see the thickness of the base which is 25. So in the side we can take a line and try to mark above the dimension line as 25, as 25. Okay, and what are the things we can capture in the front view? Okay, so here see what about this vertical wall from the right extreme, how much it is for? It is 40, right? That also can be covered. So what you can do, so here we can take a line So from this end I have extended it. Since it is a smaller dimension, I am putting it in inside the bigger one. Okay, so here I am going to write as a 40, right? So next, almost I have completed the things which can done in the front view. Let me move to the top view. Okay, so in the top view we can see the thickness of this what base, the both end plus the cutway. So here we can mark, so for which we can take a extension line and go for a what vertical line. From this as well take a line. Okay, try to mark it above this dimension line. So for which take a arrows like this filled one. It is 25, and the middle the cutway is 45. Again it is 25. Okay, and then what are the things we can capture in the top view? What we can do? Any other thing? No, right? So we can move to the side view. In the side view, what we can do? We can cover the width of the object. So what about the width? See, already width of the object is covered. What about the height? We can cover the height. Okay, so for which I am going to take a projector line here. Here, and which is given up to the center, right? So just take a projector from the center and draw a dimension line and write 45. What about the rest of the height, which is at 45? Again take a line. From this end you can have a extension line and do it like this and write as 45. Okay, then what are the things are remaining? Now to give the diameter of this circle. So for which just have a line passing through the center, just like a diagonal, and capture at both the ends arrows and take it to the the corner. Okay, it must be taken through the corners like this. It should be just pass through the corner like this and just write above this leader line pi 30. So here the diameter is 30. So write as pi diameter 30, something like this. Okay, and one more thing is remaining. One is the thickness of wall. We have missed here. So just take a line so that here we can give (20). So now we have covered each and every dimensions which all are given in the object. Okay, so next step is, after completing your dimension work, you have to give the title, right? So this is the top front view, this is the top view, and this is the side view. Above the front view, just have a guideline and write front view. Front view. And here is the top view. So below it, capture a guideline and write as top view. Top view. And this is a side view. This is a right side view. So you can write right side view. Now all the title works we have completed. Next we have to capture the node, since all the dimensions we have taken in the standard manner in mm. Okay, right? So here below the diagram, you have to capture, or you have to draw the guidelines like this with a 5 mm gap and write all dimensions. All dimensions or in mm. In mm. Okay, I hope you understood how to extract the views from the given pictorial diagram. Okay, I will be coming with another video. Thank you so much.